What is it that caused Lincoln ultimately to bring African Americans into the Army? Because he resisted that for a long time, didn't he?
He resisted it for the same reason that he resisted declaring emancipation for a long time, trying to hold on to the Northern Democrats, trying to hold on to the border states. By this time, he's pretty well given up on the illusion that the South is filled with white Unionists in the Low Country.
Right.
But still, we need to hold Kentucky,
Right.
and they will be outraged. And by the way, white Kentuckians were outraged when Lincoln brought black men into the Army. But at that point, Lincoln had experienced a very major change in his outlook on what it was going to take to win this war. It was obviously not going to be a short war as he had originally hoped. The Southern white majority, was not going to bring themselves back into the Union short of military defeat. And so Lincoln's priorities change. Instead of any longer courting this group that is telling him not to touch slavery, not to bring black men into the Union, he's now decided that he needs those soldiers. He needs the additional number of soldiers precisely because a large number of Northern whites don't want to fight anymore, don't want to serve. And they make that fairly clear when the draft goes into action in the middle of 1863. Lincoln needs the military support that the black population of the South is offering him from the very beginning of the war. And so there's this very revealing set of quotes from Lincoln. One from the summer of 1864, the summer of 1862, where he says, I can't bring black men into the Army because then we'll lose 50,000 white soldiers from the border states who will leave our army. And by March of 1863, if I'm not mistaken, Lincoln is almost rubbing his hands in anticipation of seeing 50,000 black men in blue uniforms on the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
He's now decided that to win the war, he needs the black population. He needs to free the black population, take them out from support from the Confederacy into active, including combat support of the Union.
Yeah.
And he's right.
I once read that somebody said back in those days that a lot of the change occurred when the generals began to understand that, that's a hell of a way to put it, that a black man could stop a bullet as well as a white man.
And not just generals, even racist-minded white soldiers start saying that too. I don't give a damn for these people, but they can stop a bullet as well as I can, and better them than me.
Yeah. And Lincoln's in the city, and an African-American man comes up and bows, and Lincoln bows back. Wow. Wow.
This excerpt is brought to you by the Massachusetts School of Law, a leader of reform in legal education and a leader in multimedia education for the public. To view the full interview and for a full listing of MSL's programs, log on to mslaw.edu.